Hi Leo, welcome to LettiSpeaks. Tonight we are going to be looking at the energies coming in for this new moon in Capricorn. So this new moon in Capricorn is bringing in the energy of regeneration and renewal. It's allowing us to break off old things that no longer serve us to the highest degree. And it's providing room for something new to fill that spot. It also is giving us an opportunity to look back at how far we've come since the beginning of the year. It's almost like a checks and balances, right? And so that's what we'll be talking about today, Leo. So welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you for allowing me to speak into your life. I don't take it lightly. If you are new, hi, I'm Letty. I hope you are finding that the energy on this page is resonating, right? And if you find that that is true, feel free to go ahead and subscribe, like, share, comment. If you find yourself wanting to subscribe, make sure you hit the bell so that you are notified, and in case I post a new video or if I go live, right? And so let's jump in. Let's see what energies will be coming towards you for this new moon, Leo, and how we can help you understand and navigate those energies, okay? So for Leo, Spirit, what energies does Leo need to be aware of? Thank you. For Leo, what energies does Leo need to be aware of? All right, let's see. All right, there we go. So we have waterproof, bond, and ghost. All right, my Leo friends. And so I feel like with waterproof, bond, and ghosts, during this full moon, Leo may definitely be confronted with the reality of possibly having things that get in the way of being reachable, right? Especially with waterproof. Waterproof is talking about the birds having this very waterproof layer that lays on top of their feathers. Because of that waterproof layer, whenever there's water, like maybe if they're in the rain, right, there's this layer of, it's almost like a sheer layer of protection that allows the water to just roll off instead of penetrating the flowers. Now, sometimes that can be something that hinders, right? For instance, if the water needed to get through and is not able to get through, right? That could play as a hindrance for you, Leo, because I feel like in the energies around you right now, I feel like it's going to be really important to work through. I feel like Spirit is going to bring up the energy around allowing yourself to work through any stagnant energy that has not been able to be worked through in the past. This could be like fears. This could be like shadow energy that's been hidden that hasn't come up. This could be like old things resurfacing, you know, that hasn't been hidden, but it keeps resurfacing and blocking growth, or blocking things, opportunities, and, you know, advancement from coming through. This may also be a time allowing you to allow yourself to be a little bit vulnerable, right? I feel like there could possibly be times coming where you're going to need the support. And so during this full moon, you may in fact be dealt an opportunity to connect in a way that's going to help you as you move forward. The connections that you make during this full moon may very well be divine connections. During this full moon, there may be like energies resurfacing, like shadow energy that spirit may be bringing forth for you to work with. Or work through, rather. One more. And so for waterproof, the cards that came out was the Five of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. And so there could be the tendency, and this could be something happening that's very conscious, right? This shielding yourself could be something, a coping mechanism or a protective mechanism that you use to soothe any inner conflict that you could experience at any moment in time, as opposed to healing. But I feel like there's going to be a level of, during this full moon, there could be opportunities that come in that bring this to the forefront so that you can see it. So that you can see what it is that you're doing and how you're operating and navigating around the healing instead of allowing yourself to actually engage the healing, right? It's almost like whenever the healing comes up and is ready to be worked through, choosing a different option instead of going through the healing, right? Choosing a different method or choosing a different direction away from the healing instead of engaging the healing. And that, in fact, is that waterproof, right? Where the rain would serve as the emotional substance, the emotional engagement that is stirred up, right? But because it's not able to get in, it just kind of rolls off, right? In this case, it serves as kind of like a resiliency that is not working to your benefit. It's keeping you from the very thing that the water is supposed to be doing, right? And then for bond, I got the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. This new moon may in fact be bringing in, this is a lot of air energy. And so it's a lot of thinking, a lot of strategizing. And so I feel like there are things that will come in, opportunities that will come in for you to anchor in connections and possible relationships that will be useful as you move forward. For some of you, this could be connecting with someone that will prove to be beneficial to your stability, or that will prove to be loyal in times where you need someone to kind of step up and be like a guard for you. It almost feels like that. And if it's not a person, it could be something or a strategy that you will be introduced to or implement that will actually work for your benefit to provide a level of stability in times where you need it. Because bond is talking about connecting to something that will be really beneficial in times where things get shaky. Whatever that thing or whatever that person is going to be the connector in times where there's a disconnect with you. This is going to be the consistent to keep you, float until you get to the other side of, say, something that will potentially serve to knock you off focus. This would be the connector to keep you engaged till you get to the other side of that distraction, And so this could be like a strategy. It could be a person, a buddy. It could be something around mindset. You could be learning new tools, new strategies, new ways to cope with distractions. And then for ghost, I have the Star and the Judgment. And so this is around energies that will surface. I feel like this is definitely shadow energy, because this is the kind of energy that you allow to come in and you acknowledge it, but you don't let it stay, right? It's not really beneficial energy. It's energy that we understand exists, kind of like our shadow self. We acknowledge it, but we don't allow it to come in and just take over, It's very much a part of us, so we have to embrace that and love that too. But there's a level of limits and boundaries that we have to place around our shadow self, so it doesn't become, it doesn't take over and overshadow the light parts of who we are. And so I feel like during this full moon, you will be guided to deal with parts of your shadow self. There'll be aspects of, who you are, how you operate, that will be brought back before, even parts that you thought were gone and that you no longer have to deal with. I feel like it'll be resurrected is what I feel. And you'll have an opportunity to put it down for good if you're willing to open up and deal with that level of healing. With the Star card, that's what we're talking about, healing. With the Judgment, it's making a definite decision to do something. And so this healing will come out, this thing, this whatever this is will resurface to let you know it's still here. And it hasn't really been dealt with, right? It's been hidden away somewhere, but it hasn't really been healed or dealt with. And so every now and then, when the conditions are right, it's almost like on Halloween, this is the night where all of the goblins and ghouls are given permission to come out, And so this is kind of like that, right? It hides. It's there, but it's waiting for the perfect opportunity and the perfect season and time to resurface, right? And that may be, times when things get really trying, times where you find yourself really pressed against the wall, and you may even feel like you have nothing to lose. You may find these parts, these shadow parts, surface, right? But I feel like Spirit during this new moon may in fact allow this to surface for you, to give you an opportunity to really acknowledge it and see it and heal it, you know, come to grips with that part of yourself and heal it and lay it to rest permanently, right? Yeah. So let's see. This is definitely going to be, it feels very, not really spiritual, but it feels kind of like a deep dive that you'll be experiencing within yourself, Leo. I feel like this is definitely a time to allow yourself to be vulnerable. Allow yourself to face those fears that you shirk away from. This is a time to be bold within yourself. The beautiful thing about this is not necessarily anything that you have to experience with anyone outside of yourself. This could very well be something that you experience just between you and your source. Just between you, you know, whatever your higher power looks like. But it does feel very healing. This might be a time too with bond, any other energies for Leo, to implement solid routines for yourself. I feel like the daily practice will be of significance for you, Leo. What you choose to implement as a daily routine will be important around this full moon. Maybe instituting a new routine. Maybe something needs to be refreshed or upgraded to give it a higher level of challenge. This is like the 6th house coming in during this full moon for you, Leo, where you will be taking a look at routines and daily living. And work as well, right? Daily living. And so I have the Desert Prince, the Cosmos, and Prison Waif. And so I do really feel like Spirit wants to expand how you see existence overall. I could be talking to someone who questions like anything outside of what you understand. And so Spirit is wanting you to open up and at least just be open to see different perspectives. Because there's a whole huge unlimited space outside of what it is that we experience and what it is that we see. So for someone, Spirit is wanting and may provide opportunities for you to even see the vastness of existence. Even for somebody that realizes the limitlessness of the universe, they only get to really understand like not even 1% of it, right? And so Spirit wants you to be a little bit more open when it comes to trying to understand, possibly even spiritual things. Not necessarily spiritual, but non-physical things. Understand the limitlessness of non-physical things. And have more trust and not be so critical. I could be talking to someone that may be waiting to see physical evidence of something. But sometimes the physical evidence doesn't come until after you enter into trust, right? The belief comes first and then the physical evidence, right? I can't remember who I was telling. It was one of the signs that I was saying when we talk about spiritual things, it flips things upside down. And so it's very different when you're thinking in terms of non-physical, right? It's the opposite of thinking of things in the physical. And so I hope that makes sense, because somebody is doubting something spiritual. And I'm not talking in terms of religion necessarily. It could be, but somebody is very doubtful of the possibilities of what happens beyond the physical realm because they can't see it or because they haven't experienced it. But there's a whole nother existence, right, waiting to be explored. But you have to be open to see it, okay? And then for this new moon, I feel like part of the challenge is coming in to challenge how you think. For someone, you could have a very survival type of mentality. And when we're operating from survival mode and not our abundance and believing what is possible, it kind of puts us in a position to only accept the very minimum and to only see that as possible. But I feel like Spirit wants to change that for you, Leo. Spirit wants to change that. If there were opportunities for you to step into a greater level of abundance, that mindset would be limiting. It wouldn't allow you to do it. Spirit may have been wanting to offer you a higher level of abundance, but there's like this cap on your ability to receive more. And so there's a level of mentality that Spirit wants to upgrade and change and give you more. Yeah. And so that's what I'm getting. This is kind of deep. And so whoever that resonated with, I hope that made sense and you understood. I do feel like great things are coming out of this over this new moon. Overall, this comes in to free you from your own mind, any limitations that you've placed on yourself. Also to usher in a level of peace. I feel like there is going to be like the opportunity to confront fears and doubts and even possibly renew some routines and up your level of challenge for yourself, and even have some new connections, right? That will be very useful as you move forward. So lots of good things for you, Leo. I hope this resonated for the new moon. My name is Letty, and so if you like the energy, if this resonated, leave a comment. Let me know. Like, share, subscribe. If you are subscribing, make sure you hit the bell so you'll be notified when a new video comes out or if I go live as well, okay? Thank you for stopping by. Again, it's Letty, and Until next time, take care of yourself, my Leo friends. Bye. Thanks for all the likes and the comments as well. Thank you, Leos. Bye.